Joining me now to discuss is Chad Beynon, who's the senior gaming, lodging, and theaters analyst at Macquarie. This was expected because we knew they had partnered with CME Group, but the announcement that they're launching in December and have said we're all in on sports betting where we're not already operating legal sportsbook is maybe somewhat of a surprise because there's been some reticence. State regulators have said, in Nevada, for instance, if you do this, we're not going to give you a gaming license.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Contessa. Look, it's threading the needle here. You have Flutter and DraftKings down over 30% since the highs. And in August, DraftKings reported first this earnings season, and they announced a similar type of approach, launching in December and also only in states where they currently don't offer sports betting. What we heard from the omni-channel companies, the land-based companies like Caesars, MGM, Penn Entertainment, is that predictions could be an existential threat. And they believe that if they launch this, that could damage their license on the land-based side. So FanDuel came out last night, or Flutter came out, and said exactly what you said. They did have to withdraw from the state of Nevada, as did DraftKings. But they're looking at it from two perspectives. One, they want to win, right? Wherever they are, they have won, they've had a podium position, and they believe they can be top three. And then secondly, this could put a little bit of pressure on politicians, on the policymakers, from a regulatory standpoint, and potentially legalize sports betting in states that don't have it, which is about 40% of the U.S.
And I wrote about this in CNBC's Sport newsletter today, but it also could get the tribes to come to the table and maybe sit down again and talk about how do we move forward on sports betting in the state of California, which would be huge. And it may get some momentum in Texas, where they have been, at least one leading politician has been very against gambling. I got to ask you, though, it's not the only thing that they should consider. I mean, they've had sport-friendly outcomes. The fans have been winning. The House has been losing in NFL this fall. They talked a little bit about that. But prediction markets are taking up all of the oxygen. Is it really that big of a deal? Should investors be selling off because of Kalshi?
It's been tough to decipher since the sell-off that I talked about 30% since the August highs, what has been a result of prediction markets versus some of these customer-friendly results. Yeah. Our numbers since the beginning of the year have only moved about 5% for next year. So that's kind of a telling sign that things are okay, right? The hold rate is going to come back in favor of the books at some point. Next year, you also have the World Cup. And what they talked about in terms of wage growth is very strong so far in the NFL, so far in the NBA. So we're looking at a stock that really the sell-off has been all multiple and not estimate revisions. So we really like it here at these levels. We maintain $330 price target.
Thank you for that, down 13%. And that does it for us. Thank you for watching The Exchange. Power Lunch starts right now.